Hello, once again. It's been too long enough. Super Turbo Remix here, bringing everyone right back to Jurassic World Evolution. I've been wanting to get back into this and do another series for the longest time, but now I figured is the ideal opportunity, considering just recently I was able to unlock all non-hybrid dinosaurs within the game, which now that I have all of those, the idea of this playthrough is something a bit special. My attempt with this park build, as you can see here, this is kind of what I've done so far. The idea, ultimately, is to try and create a park that has all 50 plus non-hybrid dinosaurs in it. Alright, so I think I've got some Troodons in here ready to go. Yep, they're good to go. Now, before I proceed to get these out in the open, I just want to mention that for this sandbox, I haven't really tinkered with much, except for dinosaur lifespans, because considering what I want to do, I want to make sure that all the dinosaurs stay alive, at least long enough to ensure that I have everything in place. So I've set their lifespan to unlimited, because there's nothing more annoying, especially with setting up a park like this. We've gotten everything ready, but then you have to make more dinosaurs because a couple of them die off in the process. But that's not going to be happening with this park build. Alright, so one of the reasons why it's taken me so long to get back into this since the last video, which I believe was in the summer of last year, well, one of the big reasons was I didn't think at the time enough of you were interested. So the reason I made that poll on the community tab recently was I just wanted to see if, since getting more subscribers, if more of you might be up for it, but only time will tell, and we are here now. So what I'm gonna do is, before I take you guys on a quick tour around what I've done so far, I am going to get these little buggers out. Come on. Ah. I love these guys. I love the Troodon so much. I think they are now the smallest dinosaurs in the game. No, I don't want to pilot the damn thing. My dyspraxia would hate that. Alright, where did you go? Wait, I picked the wrong thingy. Oh boy, here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay, there's two feeders.
Confirmed.
Okay, that's that one. Get the other ones out. Hang on. Show this one. The first one was in shadow. Just look at the detail on that thing. Like, with the new dinosaurs they released recently for the Woo DLC and the Cretaceous pack, I just cannot believe how stunning they look. Frontier put a lot of effort when it came into the details and the animations that they were able to give them. Because obviously the game is still far from perfect. There's still a bunch of things that I do think they need to address, but considering the two updates, including the new stuff they added, as well as the dinosaurs, as well as the patches they add every now and again, again, still got a long way to go, but they are definitely making headway. Like, Frontier are doing as they've promised, excuse me. Frontier are doing as they promised, very slowly but surely. So that means we're getting that much closer to a Site B. Right, so now that I've got... Is he or she wrong? I got the fourth one, or is it still working their way around trying to knock out the other one? Now we'll know as soon as that little blue cross... Ah, there it is. Come on. Ah, great. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. Okay, you know what? They're going to be out for a while anyway, so I may as well see what we got to deal with. Right, so it's those ones and that pen. You know what? Because we've got time. Actually, no. Actually, there's something else I wanted to check. Which dinosaur's sick? It's the Chungkingosaurus. Tuberculosis. Oh dear. Yeah, let's best get on that. All right. Let's drive vehicle. So yeah, ultimately, what I would like to do is get this park filled with nearly every single non-hybrid dinosaur in the game. So what I've tried to do so far is set it up by time periods. So the sections I built already are all Jurassic era centric. So you got a bunch of Stegosaurus, some Huayangosaurus, and there's a couple of Kentrosaurus in here as well. Here we go. There's a Kentrosaurus right there. Oh, no. Right. But also I've tried it to make it that I include Jeep gates into interlocking enclosures, so it, as best as possible, doesn't ruin the immersion of what the enclosures look like. Plus, I don't like the idea of these Jeeps running through people, even though it doesn't really do anything.
Assets in range.
Yay, there we go.
Negative contact.
Hang on. Gotta go full on Lost World now. Oh. No, hang on, I gotta get a bit closer. Ooh. Come on. Ah! Well, on the flip side, I got him cornered. Well, kind of. But they're up there, so I can get closer.
Medication administered.
That should do it. Wait, I thought it did. But don't tell me it's back over there. Right, you know what? Just to save time. And now two of them have it. Great. Okay, so... oh, come on. Great. Hang on, I need to see who's got what. Hold on. Oh, I did get it, but it's just so happened that the Dilophosaurus are now, they've got something. Oop. Alright, come on. Plop.
No problem.
Plop. Now, while that Jeep's out and about, I can get the... I can restock some of the other feeders that were going off. Especially in the Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, and Gigantspinosaurus enclosure. So while I'm just stressing around with this, here's a little bit of a funny story in regards to trying to unlock the last few dinosaurs in the game. So I pretty much had everything up to a point except for Mamenchisaurus, and I didn't really care at first for the Mamenchisaurus just because I just didn't really feel like going through the last few Science Division missions, to be honest. But then the Cretaceous pack came out, which had Iguanodon, Africanthrosaurus and Dreadnoughtus in it. Got that, released them. The only one I haven't released yet is Iguanodon. And I was looking at Dreadnoughtus, I liked the sight of it, but then all of a sudden came over the notion that I now want Mamenchisaurus. So that, from that point onward, that included a scramble to get the last 3 Science Division missions completed, which, oh boy, that was a lot of fun. Right, so... ow! Timing, that's that one. Now, once I get out of this pit, get to the other one. There's... come on! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They are not liking the car today. Come on. Alright, there's that one, and I believe it's this one. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'll go through the exhibits in more detail in a bit. I just want to make sure that all this is sorted out first. Okay, so who's sick? Ah, I think the ranger's dealing with that one already. Alright, so, now that's sorted, let us deal with these Troodons and what I have in store for them. So because park space is such a premium in this game, you have to try and maximize space options as much as possible. So I figured for a lot of the dinosaurs, actual enclosure size is not an issue. The only real trouble comes down to social needs and environmental needs. So for example, with the Mamenchisaurus, I got very lucky because they have such a need for a lot of foliage. With that particular enclosure, I was just about able to get enough trees in to satisfy their need of trees. And my first time unlocking and using, well not using, but releasing Mamenchisaurus was a complete disaster because I completely forgot that sauropods have this thing with trees. By the time I realised this, they already started breaking out. It wasn't through this build, but it was through my Mamenchisaurus build where this happened, and unfortunately I had to get rid of them. But I believe now I bred some new ones and readjusted the enclosure just a bit to ensure that they're all fine and dandy. Is that Dilophosaurus still? Oh great, here we go again. They're all getting sick today. This is not what I wanted. Alright. Back to trees. So thankfully the Mamenchisaurus in here, they are all fine and dandy, I hope. Yep, see, as you can tell, their forest measure just about hits the good spot. By the way, I freaking love this dinosaur. I take back everything I thought about it before. It's honestly my favourite sauropod in this entire game. Just look at it. I love you. And then you're fine. And then the other ones I think is in the trees. I needed to check on these guys from time to time because there was this issue where some of them got too far spread apart. See, like this Camarasaurus, too spread out. So ultimately, thank you. So ultimately, I have to trank one of them and then drag it to where its companions are. Oh, speaking of comfort levels, I need to check on this Troodon right now. Obviously the park's not open yet because I want to make sure. Right, what are your... Oh, yeah, so this is where the challenge is going to come in. What is the least amount of forest I can get away with? Alright, so... Thankfully the social needs are alright because the minimum is about 4 Troodons. So I want to make sure I can... This is literally a game of checks and balances. Oof. Right, let's check. Are you right now? Oh dear. Ah, this is the problem I had with the Dilophosaurs. It took a lot of adjusting the forest levels to keep them happy, as well as trying to make sure their grassland meter hits the perfect spot. Alright, come on. Okay, that's one. Okay, is that enough for you, you little yellow peril buggers? Where'd you go? No, one will probably want to sleep. Ah, are you kidding me? Come on. Oh yeah, I need to be careful because their comfort levels are not that wide. Jesus, so these guys need freaking trees and grassland, but this enclosure's too small. I might have to rethink this. I mean, it's too small for a large carnivore. I can't really think of anything unless... Ah, that's an idea. Unless the Deinonychus. That might be an idea. Because as I mentioned earlier, I've basically mostly got... Actually, no, I've got all the Jurassic period era dinosaurs in. I'm now going to start focusing on the Cretaceous period, which is basically the rest of the dinosaurs. Okay, a task. I know what I'm going to have to do here, because these guys are not having any of it.
Task received. Understood. No problem.
Yeah, because no matter what I do, these guys... If I put in any more trees, their grassland needs are not going to be fulfilled. I can't even measure up their forest needs. So the idea is, I'm going to move them into this one. This is a much bigger, more spacious enclosure, so I should be able to hit their forest and grassland wants without too much issue, I hope. The only thing I need to worry about with Deinonychus is social, because I think they're also up to about 3 or 4, but then that also depends on their grassland and forest come once. Sorry guys, you're going to have to get knocked out again. Uh-oh. Okay. There's no one in the park, dear. There's no need to make that announcement. Alright, so while I'm hovering around relentlessly, let's get some Deinonychus ready. But yeah, thanks to the Doctor Who DLC especially, I've just fallen in love with this game all over again. Over the past couple of days, I've just been going through the main campaign, unlocking Ankylodocus, and then just making my way eventually towards Spinosaurus. But then, of course, as I was getting back to that story, the Mamenchisaurus. That has been the highlight of me getting back into this game. Now, the last few Science Division missions. Oh, alright, so, I'm just trying to remember. The one on Isla Penna, while tedious, that wasn't too bad. That's the one we got to basically cure the dinosaurs and to stop any diseases from having a massive outbreak. But the two that really did my head in was the Isla Tucano Science Division mission, and of course the Isla Sorna Science Division mission, which can burn in a dumpster fire. So, Isla Tucano. The idea of that one was to release one Diplodocus and one Velociraptor, basically to measure their comfort levels. This was thanks to Doctor Wu, and he basically wanted to get them at their most stressed. I misread that initially as Dilophosaurus, so that took some time to get that amended. And then I unintentionally cheated a little bit, because what I did, I released 2 raptors instead of 1, because at that point in time I didn't know that you only needed to have 1 to make sure it gets uncomfortable. So inevitably I released 2 to make sure they didn't break out. So then I had to get rid of the 1 Velociraptor to make sure there was just 1 left. And yeah, I can just remember getting in the Jeep, just scrambling over there, and then what ended up happening was, in order to make sure those 2 dinosaurs stayed in that enclosure without breaking out, was I literally had to run loops around them. The good news was, the Velociraptor especially was seemingly distracted by the Jeep being in there, so I literally was able to get it stuck in one place, and it kept looking back and forth at me as I was driving around it. The bad news was I had to do this for at least a good few minutes. They weren't the most amount of minutes, but it felt more like 10 minutes just doing this constant looping around this Velociraptor. So I don't know what happened there, if the AI was tricked or there was a bit of a hiccup there. But I just about cheesed through that mission, which I was very happy about, and so was Dr. Dua. Well, she should be. Actually, no, you should be alright now, because your friends are back. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so while not the end of the world, I was just able to cheese the Isla Tucano Science Division mission, and thank God for that, because I would have just hated it if, like, the Diplodocus breaking out wouldn't have been too awful, which is annoying, but the one that would have been a real pain in the backside, god damn it, would have been the Velociraptor breaking out, because what some of the worst dinosaurs in this game to micromanage, if they are pissed off, is Velociraptors. Alright, so I need to make sure you are out so I can get you over there with your friends. Let me double check real quick. Sometimes it's quite easy to forget where you are in this, and if there's one thing Frontier did really freaking well, is the idea of incorporating the whole chaos effect of the Jurassic Park series into Jurassic World Evolution. Because it's one of those things where you can just have a bit of downtime, but you can't have it for too long, because all it takes is one little mishap and it can make a whole cascade of issues. So they've nailed that down to a T, which definitely makes this game more engaging than Operation Genesis ever was. As much as I love that game, there were times where you only had I only ever played Operation Genesis if I had absolutely nothing else to do and I just wanted to chill. And I mean absolutely chill. Alright, so I want this, don't I? Because I want to move the Apatosaurus. Okay. Move you here.
Heading to collect the asset.
So yeah. The Allosaurus Science Division can go burn in hell. As those who have gotten that far know, basically Dr. Dewar wants to do a social experiment in which you have to get a few Pentaceratops, one Mamenchisaurus, hang on, I'm trying to remember the Apatosaurus, and a couple of others, and you all had to get them in this one enclosure. But the real pain in the arse in that one was the Pentaceratops, because she wanted you to breed 2 of them, and Pentaceratops' minimum social requirement is 3. So that was already a pain in the arse because they kept breaking out. Then, in the middle of all that, a bloody twister appears. It happens to go right through that enclosure. It destroys a good amount of my fencing on top of the fencing already destroyed by the Pentaceratops, and thus that was a lot of back and forth running around. And I absolutely frigging hated every second of that mission. And it has to be said, there was a moment where I thought I was going to fail it because inevitably the Mamenchisaurus died in a fight with one of the Pentaceratops. However, I do think there was a little glitch in this situation because it died, I believe it died as the mission was starting or during, because for some reason once the Mamenchisaurus died, the clock didn't stop. It somehow still acknowledged that the Mamenchisaurus was still there, so I honestly don't know what happened, but I'm not complaining, simply due to the fact that that mission was like 5 minutes long. So I also cheesed through that one. And then the Eureka moment, getting the notification that the Mamenchisaurus genome was available to unlock and dig up. Yay! So it was worth it in the end. It was a lot of hassle, but it was worth it in the end. And I have to say, I don't really... I could go back to these Sauna and complete the Entertainment and Security Division missions to basically wrap up all the non-DLC missions, the main game missions. But quite frankly, I don't really care about that right now. The rewards for those, I mean, the skins are nice, but as it stands, I just want to mess around with all the dinosaurs I now have at my disposal. So I only have 3 hybrids as it stands, the Indominus Rex, the Indoraptor, and the Ankylodocus. But with this park, it's going to be all clean, all linear. Right. Now, you little buggers, what am I going to do with you? Right, that should be plenty of forest. Don't you even think about it. God damn it. Right, come on. See? Stop getting in a hissy fit. You've got plenty of grassland to run in now. And you've got plenty of forest. So no complaining on that front. Actually, these guys are small. Oh, hang on. Come on. Come on. Calm down. Cool your jets. Come on. Come on. All I need to do is wait for it to... There we go. Whew. Let's check the other ones. Right, yeah, I need to get set up some food. I could put in some Deinonychus in here, because Deinonychus is a... Oh, yeah, I need to get in some food. That's why it's going nuts. You know what? Make you happy. Come on. Over here. There we go. Then get some water. But yeah, that's the point. This enclosure, I think, is just about large enough, so I might be able to shove in a Deinonychus or 2. I need to just check what the social requirements are first. There. Just to double check. Whew. Alright, so no more offense tacking for you little buggers. The yellow peril, I swear. Nostradamus got it wrong. It wasn't the Chinese, it's the Troodons of Jurassic World Evolution. They are the Yellow Peril. Okay. Now, those are guys are sorted. So yeah, I literally could just lump in a few Dreadnoughtus because the Troodon will not attack Dreadnoughtus because they're small and the Dreadnoughtus are sauropods. Right, so these guys are good. But now I wonder what their thing's gonna be. Hello. That's just my luck. Yeah, sorry if I sound a bit stuffy. I am literally coming to the end of a cold which has persisted for over a week. At this point, I just want this helicopter not to take off by my own hand. I want this cold to go in a ditch and just die there because I absolutely hate having to keep blowing my nose on a constant basis. Ugh, yeah, not pretty sight, let me tell you that much. Okay, so knock those guys out. Now, I'm hoping I can just about cheese it with this enclosure here, because it was a real trial and error with this little pen here for the Dilophosaurus, because they have quite a substantially high forest one. So when I put these, I initially put in 2. I had to just wrestle with the amount of trees I had to put in here to make them happy. And for a good while, I think they broke out. They kind of kept breaking out because I just couldn't get the forest level right. Then, by some miracle, what you see here just about did it. There's enough grassland as well as some forage and forest for them to be content with. Alright. Let's check the map. What feeder is going off? It says it needs to be a feeder needs to be replaced, but which one? How ironic, it's that one. Actually. That task. Knock you out. There we go. Timing as well, because I want to make sure that they're good for that. There we go. Actually, okay. So now that I have some free time and now that the Troodons are happy, yeah, these guys are fine. You know what? Because of the Dreadnoughtus and knowing how much forest that thing's gonna need, I'm just gonna make sure that that there's enough forest for it. Now I'm hoping that doesn't wrestle with their grassland. Cool. You're happy now, aren't you? You better be. Because pretty soon you're gonna get some pretty large neighbours. Alright. Okay. Is that everything? Let's have a quick look here. Alright, so I'm nearing the end of this episode, so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to tell you why I have 2 Allosaurs. Thanks to the Doctor Wu DLC, there are some new mechanics. Gene manipulation in regards to social and habitat. And what I did for the Allosaurus for this playthrough was that I increased its social from 1 to 2, because I think it's absolutely asinine that for some reason they decided to make Allosaur a lone carnivore like T-Rex or yeah, just like the T-Rex. And despite the fact that Allosaurs have been found, Allosaurus fossils have been found to be other members of their species. So it's highly believed that they're semi-pack hunters, or at least they hunted with a partner. So what I did was I basically did some gene manipulation to increase its social from 1 to 2. So that's how I was able to get 2 Allosaurs in this enclosure, which I'm very happy about. Alright. So what feeder is out of commission? This Dilophosaurus one. Right, so got a couple of minutes. So what I'm going to quickly do is I am going to take you on a little quick tour around the establishment. So this area here the idea is, and I took some inspiration from Best and Slot, who is an absolutely amazing Jurassic World player. You should, if you want good park ideas and some good tips, that's the guy to go to. He's pretty well known by now, and honestly, he deserves way more subs than he already has. So I kind of got the idea of that power plant area, industrial area, from one of his park builds. I think it's just actually just quite a nice idea to have like this little industrial area out of the way, and the rest is basically just built around it. So what we have here, we have a couple of Stegosaurus, some Huayangosaurus, and somewhere around here, I believe we saw them back up there. Yeah, a couple of Kentrosaurus. And the idea is I want to get the least. I'm trying to think whereabouts. I think it's back up there. The idea is I want to try and get the dinosaurs to the least amount of their members possible, so I can try and squeeze in as many as I can into each enclosure, sort of thing, minus the carnivores. Because again, the idea is I want to try and make the ultimate park, which has all non-hybrid dinosaurs, easier said than done. Yeah, I have to go for the fence, so this area here is the Allosaurus enclosure. Very proud of this one. But then my magnum opus is this enclosure right here for Dilophosaurus, because the amount of time and effort I put into this, making sure that these little buggers are happy. Now the idea is, when this build's finished, that's where I'm going to open the park, and I'm also going to turn money on, because I want to see how long it's able to maintain itself for. Which I have to say, one of their recent among many recent updates to this game, I am so happy that Frontier have given you some more sandbox options. So you can now treat Isla Nublar as just a stress-free park build, or you can make it like an actual main campaign where you have finances to take care of, as well as you can change disease conditions, storm conditions, and just make it a bit more of a challenge. And even then, they've added a challenge mode, which I haven't exactly done myself yet, but I will do when the time comes. Actually, I do want to go back there. I do want to go back there because, you know, there we go. Minus the fans. So we got the Huayangosaurus, and then we got these magnificent beauties over here. Alright, so what did they get? Eating from a feeder. Oh, nice! Got some decent money for that, even though it's unlimited right now. So a quick little tour of the come on. That's it. Move it. Come on. There we go. So a quick little tour around here, which is basically mostly sauropods, Mamenchisaurus, Apatosaurus, Camarasaurus, and oh my god, a Chungkingosaurus. So the idea behind enclosures like these, one is I made these ones big to enable gyrosphere safaris. Hello. Get that one fed up. Or resupplied rather. There we go. Then come out of here. There we go. There's another feeder to be fed. You know what? To save some time.
Resupply request acknowledged.
And then rather than gear us a jeep, I'll just go in here. So we got this enclosure here. Again, another large one to occupy the Diplodocus. Some Diplodocus. I got three. I think I got three of them in here. Yeah, I got three of them in here because the other one's in here somewhere. And here's a Gigantspinosaurus just chilling out in the shade with a friend. And then we got the other two just basking in the water. Oh, are you kidding me? All the feeders are going off today. No. And then finally, I have some Brachiosaurus in here. Ah, there we go. Just iconic. Can't beat a good old Brachiosaurus. And this one's just chilling in the trees. I've now got the very happy Troodons. Yeah, these guys are fine now. The real interesting one is going to be Deinonychus. And then in here, got some Ceratosaurus. Thankfully, these guys are probably some of the easiest carnivores to maintain and keep happy. So this enclosure is just for them. Hey, there's no need for that music. Nothing's happening. Let's get that restocked. And then, yep, this one's Allosaurus. This little pendant here is for Dilophosaurus. Again, probably my best work to date. And then, upcoming, these three here are going to be for some slightly larger carnivores. Because in my head, at least, I want to try and use up the rest of this area for, say, the Ceratopsids, the Iguanodons, all the Hadrosaurs, the Velociraptors, and the always fun to try and keep happy, the Ankylosaurs. Oh boy, those are going to be fun. Alright, now to wrap the things up, we are going to dump the Deinonychus into the previous Troodon enclosure and see how they fare. Right, so plop. Oh yeah, that's right, you can't select mobile at the same time. Don't worry about that little notification up there, because that basically means there's stuff that's not open yet. Now please let this be okay for them, because there's literally no other dinosaur I could fit in here, and it's too small for Velociraptors. Yeah, even though I said earlier about enclosure size not being an issue, at the very least with Velociraptors you do want something that's at least slightly bigger than this. Oh really? Where are you going? Oh you're going that way? I kind of devised. It's probably because it's picking this because the AI thinks it's the quickest route. Well, that's that delusion ruined. Alright. Okay, this is the golden moment. In fact, what I might have to do... you know what? Alright, let's see what happens. I don't think I can make this enclosure any bigger than it already is. Otherwise it will look like a garbled mess. Through this build I've also been able to experiment with angles of pathways and fences, because in a lot of my previous builds I literally just did these really badly shaped enclosures that were half circular and half rectangular. So with this build I'm trying to improve my building skill, so to speak, so that for any future builds I can be a bit more flexible and a bit more creative. Right, here comes the first Deinonychus. Please be happy. Please be happy. That's all I want. Just be happy. If I can get that done, then this enclosure here wouldn't have been a complete waste after all. Okay, that's the first one. Oh boy. That's annoying because it's just about touching forest. Unless what I do... There's one thing I can try and do. God damn it. It's a similar story to what happened with Oh great, hang on. Yep, demolish that gate. Right, please let this be alright. Right, so forest is okay. They just... Oh god. They just want more grassland now. Oh god. Oh please. Oh, you kidding me? Oh. I might just be able to get away if I get rid of this tree. Oh god. Damn, I knew that would happen. Oh no. God, I really don't want to build out any further into this. Well, it looks like I might have to do that anyway. God damn it. Trials and tribulations of trying to build a park that occupies everybody and keeps everybody happy. And that's obstructed, that's wonderful. Oh, please let this be enough. Okay, come on. Oh, really? I'm getting close though. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Alright. What I'm gonna have to do... Oh, I absolutely freaking hate this. That also means I'm gonna have to move that viewing gallery. Thank God I've not got this baby open yet. Obstructed by that freaking gyrosphere path. I know what that is. There we go. Alright, come on, baby. On the plus side, though, at least this presents a good challenge. Oh, come on, you can do it! Yes! Alright, please let this be enough. Oh. Okay, be happy. Please be happy now. Oh, come on, where are you? Okay. Grassland's alright, it's just forest. Oh. Alright, oh my god. Ah, really? Come on. Jesus Christ. This never ends.
Confirming task. Adding task.
And then the fourth. Actually, no. I only bred 3, so that's quite handy. You just can't win. Hang on. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Right. Okay. So if I plop the gate there... Right, yeah, the idea is... Okay, now... Oh god! I'm trying! Oh. Like, this wouldn't be a problem if I was just building a casual park where I didn't really care about the amount of dinosaurs, but that's not the purpose of this build. Oh. It's like, this is the whole Dilophosaurus thing all over again. Oh, Christ. Oh, come on. Just one tree. They're not happy with either now. Oh my god, what do I have to do to keep these bloody turkeys happy? Ugh. Oh yeah, you're probably wondering what the hell's going on. That means I'm going to have to move that down a bit, aren't I? Unless... that's an idea. Right. Right. I have an idea. Now that they're tranked. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that Giganto moved. Because I have an idea. Oh, okay.
No problem. Setting additional task. Acknowledged.
Sorry, guys. This is, Alright. Oh, that's a point, actually. That's all wired. So I need to make sure that the, replace. That means I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to move this a bit further down. All right. The trials and tribulations of trying to keep all dinosaurs happy. It's just so that it just so that I can make space so I can build that extra bit of enclosure. Which is not what I wanted. But if I want to keep these damn turkeys happy, the Deinonychus, then sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Okay, so that's all of them. Now, back to what I wanted to do. Okay. Please let this be enough. Okay, alright. I can get rid of that gate and replace that.
Asset transit. Transportation underway.
What? Wait, what? Oh, what? What? You what, mate? Okay. Right, what about now? Yes! Thank God for that! Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Now, again, I need to, no, that means I'm going to have to reposition this bloody gate.
Delivery has been completed.
Oh, hang on one sec. That's the phone. Yeah, this playthrough's gone on a bit longer than I initially wanted it to, so I apologise about that. Obstructed by what? Seriously, what is it obstructed by? And I wanted to move that anyway. No! I want to delete gyrosphere. Delete this. There we go. Get that there. Then let this be enough room for a gate. Yes. All right. Get that path reconnected. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And now get you all. No, I want to build a path. No. There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright, all's right with the world. Yeah, I apologise, ladies and gentlemen, that took way longer than I wanted it to. But this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. Checks and balances.
Asset collection request received. Acknowledging asset collection request.
Well, of course the track's not complete.
Asset required collection.
At least that enables me to make a new track around this one, so deactivate that. Alright, and then before I wrap up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some Dreadnoughts ready. Where are you? There we go. What are there? Yeah, I made some already. Ah, these are guys who are fighting on their own, so what I'm going to do Ah, they only go up to 3 anyway. So, how big is that enclosure?
Asset transportation in progress. Asset has
I wonder,
been
can I? What are they? That's electric. I wonder, can I increase this a bit further? I wonder.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Yes! Okay, there we go.
Asset
Use
has been
enough! Trying to use up enough space. Woof! Okay, that should definitely be good for 2. And plop. Alright, well, thank you guys for tuning in into the first installment of this Ultimate Park build. I apologise if it's proven to be a bit hectic. It's just because I'm just still trying to figure things out. You guys are alright? Wait, what? Oh, there we go, there's the other one. They should be alright now.
asset delivery.
Okay, and then I'll just quickly put a viewing dome. Yeah, it was a viewing gallery, wasn't it? Actually, no. Oh, no. Calm down. There. Jesus Christ. Right, like I was saying earlier. Thanks for tuning in into this first installment of my Ultimate Park build. I once again apologise if it was a bit hectic this time round and a bit going around the place. I keep hearing a knocking noise. Who's doing that? You know, I'm gonna have to do that off camera. I keep hearing bang because I've played this game so much. I keep hearing banging noise and I keep thinking it's a dinosaur trying to break out. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks again for tuning in. If you guys want to see more and if you want me to continue this series, please let me know. Feedback is always appreciated. And then we'll go from there. This is Super Remix signing out. You guys take care. Have a good one. See you later. Bye bye.